Hey guys, this is Larry Kirkwood,
and Hayden Ford,
reporting from Bruce Frederick's studio here at Seaman High School.
We have a very special show for you tonight. This whole show will be dedicated to Snowball. To lead off tonight, we'll hear from Nathan Tennant and Trevor Tomanek. These two will bring you a story about Spirit Week here at Seaman.
Spirit Week is always a fun time for the students. Well, let's send it to Nathan and Trevor for the story.
At Seaman High School, in order to get students involved with Snowball, Spirit Club organized Spirit Week. Students dressed up to a different theme each day. Monday was favorite jersey or sport day. Students sported their favorite team apparel. Tuesday was stoplight day. Students dressed up according to their status for the dance. They wore red if they had a date, yellow for maybe, maybe not, and green for needing a date. Wednesday was camo day. Students wore their variety of camo. Thursday was Decade Day. Students dressed up like they were from the 70s, 80s, or the 90s.
Spirit Club sponsor Miss Pringle and Spirit Club officers go through a vigorous process to choose these Spirit Days.
Usually what we do is we have the Spirit Club officers and the reps come together a couple weeks before the Spirit Week, and they try to come up with some creative ideas for the days. Sometimes they look around from other schools to get ideas, but we try to find things that are easy for people, for everybody to dress up as, and try to find things that are just kind of fun. So that's how we pick them.
One thing that stands out about the Seaman student body is their school spirit.
I think overall our school spirit's pretty good. There's moments it's better than others. I think in the fall, when we come back and it's football and soccer season, we get all excited about that. I think the homecoming Spirit Week is usually probably the best one because it is at the beginning of the year. But I think overall throughout the course of the year our school spirit isn't bad.
Nobody really knows how exactly that Spirit Week came about.
I'm really not sure the exact origin of Spirit Week. Somebody long time ago somewhere decided that every day of the week before the big game, or whatever the case may be, I guess we should dress up. But wherever it came from, it stuck, and so to this day we still have Spirit Week where we dress up different days of the week.
We have a long tradition of school spirit here at Seaman High School. Signing off for SVTV, I'm Nathan Tennant.
And I'm Trevor Tomanek.
Well, the next event was a Snowball Royalty Parade, where the candidates push each other in shopping carts around the halls. Bringing you this story is Hayden Ford and Nick Harris. Let's jump right in.
Halls. This year the parade took place on Wednesday, January 31st, during seminar. The parade began in the Commons and made its way down the main hallway, towards the west hallway, and then back down the east hallway, and finally to the gym. The procession was led by the two Stuco leaders, Zach Barr and Reagan Domer. The drumline followed these two, and then came the candidates. The candidates were led by Ariel Brownfield and Patrick Hildebrand, followed by Elaine Davis and Corey Cowan, Becca Fusaro and Tanner Barrand, Katie Elke and Justin Dobler, and finally Amy Phipps and Lance Larson. Overall, the parade is a good way for the candidates to be showcased, and is also a fun and eventful way to lead the students into the Snowball Assembly. Signing off for SVTV, this has been Nick Harris and Hayden Ford.
Good story, guys. All those candidates could win the title. It's up for grabs.
After the parade, the candidates and students make their way to the gym for the assembly, where the students learn more about Snowball Royalty and everyone's favorite Battle of the Sexes, where the candidates face off in a trivia medley. Emily Gatewood and Andrea Juarez go inside for a closer look.
Snowball Assembly was held in the SHS gym on Wednesday, January 30th.
As students awaited the arrival of their Snowball candidates, Zach Barr and Reagan Domer got their voices prepared to announce them. They would be the MCs for the whole assembly.
Our first Queen candidate was Ariel Brownfield. After graduation, Ariel plans to attend the University of Kansas to major in pre-pharmacy. Ariel's advice to underclassmen is never give up and don't wish your high school years away. Take one day at a time and appreciate the present, because in a blink of an eye, it becomes the past. Always cherish the precious memories.
Our first King candidate was Patrick Hildebrand. Patrick plans to attend the University of Kansas to major in medical engineering. Patrick advises students, don't hold anything back. Just be yourself and everything else will take care of itself.
Our second Queen candidate was Elaine Davis. After high school, Elaine plans to attend the University of Kansas to major in nursing. Elaine's advice goes something like this. Elaine, this strawberry is disgusting. Alicia, maybe because it's a cherry. Lesson, always remember, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, go KU.
Our second King candidate was Corey Cowan. After graduation, Corey plans to attend college on a baseball scholarship and major in finances or sports medicine. Corey suggests that although ability can take you to the top, character is what keeps you there.
Our third Queen candidate is Becca Fisaro. After graduation, Becca plans on attending Kansas State University. Becca's favorite quote comes from Dr. Seuss, who said, "Be who you are and say how you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind."
Our third King candidate was Tanner Barron. After graduation, Tanner plans to attend Johnson County Community College to play soccer. Tanner advised to all underclassmen to make the most of what you have. You only have one chance to be a high school student, so make it unforgettable.
Our fourth Queen candidate was Katie Olkey. After graduation, Katie plans to attend Haskell Indian Nations University for 2 years and then finish her degree in nursing at Baker. Katie advises underclassmen that yesterday is but a vision and tomorrow is only a dream. Today, well lived, makes yesterday a dream of happiness and every tomorrow a dream of hope.
Our fourth King candidate was Justin Dobler. After graduation, Justin plans to attend college, play basketball, and major in criminal justice. Justin's favorite piece of advice is to enjoy every moment you have in high school, because when it's over, it's over.
And our fifth Queen candidate was Amy Phipps. After graduation, Amy plans to attend Hutchinson Community College on a soccer scholarship, where she will begin studying criminal justice and forensic science. Amy advises students to always remember there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Also, always try to go a step past wherever people expect you to end up.
Our fifth King candidate was Lance Larson. After graduation, Lance plans to attend a junior college for 2 years and then transfer to University of Kansas. Lance advised students to wake up in the morning, do your stretches, put your pants on one leg at a time, and then produce a Viking state championship.
Following the introductions, it was time for a little game of Battle of the Sexes. The boys and the girls separated themselves across from each other and took turns answering numerous amounts of questions asked by the MCs.
Girl candidates were asked questions that guys would know, like, what is a triple play in baseball? And the guys were asked more feminine questions like, what makeup can you not buy at Walgreens, MAC, or CoverGirl? It was a great battle, but the tiebreaker topped it off. It would be a dance-off.
The guy candidates stunned the crowd with their rendition of Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC. Although it was impressive, the girls still had to show what they had.
The girls broke it down to Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again. Everyone thought the guys had the win in the sack, but when Amy Phipps did her amazing spin jump, she really nailed the win for the girls.
But it was the crowd's decision to choose the winner. And though there was much applause for the boys, the crowd went wild for the girls, making them the winner. As the assembly came to an end, there was a presentation of pictures of each candidate.
It was a great slideshow. Everyone loved the pictures. Everyone was on high nerves to see who would win Snowball Royalty at the Seaman High School basketball game that Friday night versus Topeka High.
Signing out for SBTV, I'm Emily.
And I'm Andrea.
Wow, the candidates are all real cool, but I think the boys should have took home the title. Up next in Snowball Week was the crowning of the Snowball King and Queen. The crowning takes place between the boys and girls basketball game. Let's send it to Dustin Boleski and Jordan Garrett for the story.
Between the varsity girls and varsity boys basketball game on Friday, the Snowball candidates were presented to the crowd. The Queen candidates were Ariel Brownfield, Becca Fusaro, Amy Phipps, Elaine Davis, and Katie Olkey. The King candidates were Patrick Hildebrandt, Tanner Barron, Lance Larson, Corey Cowan, and Justin Dobler. Last year's Queen and King, Casey Hughes and Matt Thiessen, were there for the crowning. Casey is currently attending KCK University and playing basketball, and Matt Thiessen is studying sports journalism at the University of Kansas. The air was thick with anticipation as the crowd waited to see who would be crowned.
Our 2008 Snowball queen is Amy Phipps. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce your 2008 Snowball King, Tanner Barron.
All in all, Snowball was the most festive event. Even the king and queen shared a dance at the most anticipated snowball dance. Signing off for SVTV, it's been Jordan Garrett and Dustin Blusky.
Wow, Tanner and Amy, it couldn't have been two better people. Finally, our last story will be about the homecoming game. This year's game was against the Topeka High Trojans. The first game featured the struggling but hard-fighting girls team, and the second game featured the senior-led boys team. Well, we will send it to Laramie Kirkwood and Mike Eder for the story.
One of the most exciting parts of Snowball Week is the basketball game. Both boys and girls played. Starting things off with the girls varsity basketball team. Not happy with their 3-10 record coming into this game against the Trojans, anything less than a victory would be a disappointment. During the first half, lead changes back and forth would end up with the Vikes down by 1 at half. The Vikes would not be able to gain any ground in the second half. Seaman, led by Stephanie Slimmer and Emily Gatewood, who combined for 16 points, the Vikes would go down to the Trojans, led by freshman Jessica Blake, who scored a game-leading 16 points. But in this loss, the Vikes showed signs of what was to come. Seaman, who has only one senior in Rachel Souls, is a young team, showing great potential for the years to come.
The stands at Seaman High quickly filled as fans anxiously prepared for the battle on the court between the Seaman Vikings and the Topeka High Trojans. The Vikings are 7-6 going into this game against a tough 5-8 Trojan team. The Vikings held off the Trojans with tough defense and tough rebounding. Contributing to this was senior Richard Opitz, who came up big with 12 points and 12 rebounds. Opitz enjoyed playing in front of the large Snowball crowd.
It feels good because everyone's watching you, all eyes are on you. It feels good.
In the final minutes of the game, Bryce Simon stepped up, shooting 6 for 6 from the free throw line. The Vikes were able to hold off the Trojans, winning 59-57 and advancing the record to 8-6. Signing off for SVTV, I'm Mike.
And I'm Larry.
Fantastic. Sounds like both games came down to the wire. Well, that is all we have for you tonight. We hope that you will join us for our next show coming to you in a few weeks. Signing off for SVTV, this has been Hayden Ford
And Laramie Kirkwood.